Here's Trae Young, shot clock winding down. They're stagnant here. Young, boy, just lobbed it up. Okongwu, they were fortunate to get an attempt. Young, who has been so brilliant all season, but specifically down the stretch, those two elimination games that they won, home against Charlotte and then Friday in Cleveland.
Okongwu just a little late to the party on that.
Butler, 87% free throw shooter. Any Heat player who is more looking forward to the playoffs than Jimmy Butler. You think back to how much he struggled in that 4-game sweep last year at the hands of the Bucks.
How good is it to see him back in the lineup? I know Nate McMillan missing him last year in the playoffs.
What a stroke by Butler. So both teams trying to fight through some early nerves. Okongwu trying to tap it out. It's a turnover. This looks like one of those 90s playoffs games that
I know, right?
Nate and Jim used to play it. Butler just masterful with the fake.
But he embraces it, which is even better.
Butler on a tough fade over the top of Hunter. He misses everything. And the poor shooting now continues for both teams. They are combined 3 of 16. Young, tough skip pass. Gallinari corner, long 2. That's short. Gets it back from Tucker as we cross the 7-minute mark. Butler wants to work on Okongwu. Now to Lowry. Slithers into the paint. Beautifully done. And again, those 2 off-season acquisitions, Jim, of Lowry and P.J. Tucker. This is what they brought them here for this time of the year in the playoffs. Butler the steal. Boy, look out. And again, those 2 off-season acquisitions, Jim, of Lowry and P.J. Tucker. This is what they brought them here for this time of the year in the playoffs. Butler the steal. Boy, look out.
From that spot.
Shot clock down to 3. Gallinari has to turn and fire. 3-pointer, no. Gallinari struggled so far. He's missed his first 3.
A nice dunk.
Butler fading. Offensive rebound. Dedmon can't put it back.
Yeah, but you don't worry about that.
No.
Some players that can start slow, you don't worry about, and Trae Young is one of them.
6-point game. Here comes Butler. Able to beat Bogdanovich. Couldn't finish.
He's kind of found his niche in this league.
Signed that large contract extension in the offseason. Look at Butler going glass. A chance at 3 for the 6-time All-Star.
Gave himself enough room on the baseline to negotiate that, but didn't complete the 3-point play.
Butler now defended by Collins. Little bounce pass underneath. This is Dedmon, and he'll have a chance at 3.
Get
Williams
buckets.
College in East Massachusetts. Yep. How far has that young man come? Here's Butler. A couple of fakes, taking contact. That upper body strength, the fight, and the grit of Jimmy Butler. Atlanta right now from deep is 2 of 14. Here comes Robinson. Outside Butler into the corner. Lowry on a 3. That's good.
And that's what the framework of this offense is built around, and they're doing it to perfection against a really good defensive team in Atlanta. That the coaching staff makes get into your sets quicker, attack quicker, see if you can get some easier opportunities.
Boy, Gallinari, everything but the finish. Had Butler on his back. Young taking contact, a little reach around.
You adjust to it early, you do this and move the ball, now you're going to get quality shots. Now you don't make that, but look how the ball moved, and now you had a little bit more freedom to operate. But
if you've just joined us, no Clint Capella today for Atlanta. Right knee hyperextension.
With only 8 assists by Atlanta compared to the 20 by Miami.
Butler coming with some nasty. Everyone getting in on the defensive act. And then Butler's pass broken up by Young at the other end. Back to Strus. Adebayo turns. Butler and contact. Jimmy Butler, 25 games. Bam Adebayo missed 26 coming off the thumb surgery. Kyle Lowry had to leave the team a couple of times.
When you do have those injuries where your offense may take a little bit of a hit,
this will be a traveling violation.
didn't have the energy early, a little step behind, and I think a lot of it had to do with the emotional content of that game.
Jimmy Butler. Vicious.
This is a great start, and that time his elevator just went up a little bit higher than his opponent's right there. But again, it was off of a beautifully.
Fans still engaged as Jimmy Butler turns the corner.
Turned his back on me.
So Miami maintains the basketball, and Robinson
by the Atlanta Hawks also lends itself to the storyline here.
Robinson has hit their last 10 points. Bogdanovich a 3, not even close. Jim, if he's your number 2 scorer off the bench, number 1 seed in the East, and what has been just a fantastic rebound season for them. You think of the disappointment and the way their year ended last year, the first round sweep at the hands of the Bucks. Butler, don't tell him they're up big. PJ Tucker, they add them to what they already have here with Butler and Adebayo. And by Auto Trader, finally, it's easy.
Well, I'm sure hindsight being 2020, you talk to this Miami Heat team.
Hadn't played since March the 11th. Injuries to his hand and a foot. Butler just keeps on coming for Miami.
Not as stringent,
right.
though.
I don't think anyone was as stringent.
Well, no, and I played for Jeff Van Gundy, too.